breaking news now on Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis.
Got a busy Thursday morning, folks. Some roads are blocked in Whitehaven after a car crash on Shelby Drive. We have an update with more on that, and it could be blocked for a while.
Yeah, and the gloves were off last night as former New York Mayor Mike Bloomberg took to the stage for the first time as a Democratic presidential candidate to debate, and coming up, the explosive blow landed by Senator Elizabeth Warren. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ernie Freeman. You want to stick around for that?
Yeah, that's all they talked about at the donut shop when I stopped on the way in for you guys this morning. I'm Valerie Calhoun. It's 5:30. And again, that breaking news, we're going to elaborate on what Lauren was just telling you about. Shelby Drive shut down for several blocks. The reason initially is because of a car crash.
Yeah, and that's where we find Fox 13's Dominique Dillon this morning. The power is also out, Dominique.
That's right, Arnie. When we pulled up, we noticed the power is out. There's several lights, traffic lights, street lights, all out in this area. And it's important that you proceed with caution when you get to this area, because at Elvis Presley Boulevard, people can still make right or left turns, but it's important that you pay attention to your surroundings. And if you take a look here, you can see the heavy police presence. You can see people beginning their early morning commutes and coming to these areas that are blocked off by police and having to turn around. Now, we know police are working an accident, and it's pretty bad. Just looking at the video, you can see this vehicle is mangled, completely unrecognizable. So the pretty bad accident, and throughout the morning, hopefully we can share with you what led up to this accident. Live in Whitehaven, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
And again, folks, that's going to be a mess for a while, so stay tuned to Fox 13. And again, this morning, we do have that Amber Alert for a missing 15-month-old baby girl out of East Tennessee. Evelyn Boswell is missing out of Sullivan County. That's the Kingsport area. She's been missing since December, but family did not report it until this week for some reason. But again, if you've seen this precious baby, call police. Let's get her home safe. Former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg, man, he's taking hits from all sides. A lot of you are talking about that Democratic debate last night in Vegas. What happened in Vegas certainly not staying in Vegas
not
this
in this
time,
one.
no.
While the other candidates went after him, he decided to make his pitch to America, saying he's the best person to take on President Trump. Amy Klobuchar welcomed him to the stage. Pete Buttigieg says we need to focus on voting for the right Democratic candidate. But it didn't take long for Elizabeth Warren to attack Bloomberg about his past comments about women.
A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Mayor Bloomberg.
Whew.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden also brought up that controversial stop and frisk policy in New York City.
We cut 95% of it out. And I've sat down with a bunch of African-American clergy and business people to talk about this, to try to learn. I've talked to a number of kids who'd been stopped, and I was trying to understand how we change our policies so we can keep the city safe.
Yeah, a lot of the pundits are saying Bloomberg really got beat up last night on the debate stage. Tonight, Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden are going to participate in CNN town halls. That starts at 7 o'clock. Well, today, Roger Stone is going to find out his fate. The longtime friend of President Donald Trump, set to be sentenced on numerous crimes today.
Yeah, he's facing obstruction of a congressional inquiry, of lying, and tampering with a witness. Prosecutors are calling for a 7 to 9 year prison sentence. President Trump has been saying that's too harsh. Attorney General William Barr responded hours later calling for a lighter sentence, and that is what caused the federal prosecutors to withdraw from the case. It's been a big issue. Big question is, though, will Trump pardon his friend?
My understanding is that the president has the ability to pardon anyone for anything at any time.
Pretty much.
So honestly, if that's the end game, I wish he would just go ahead and do it now. Rather than continuing these baseless attacks.
And as we told you earlier this week, when asked if he would pardon Stone, the president said he had not thought about it.
Well, U.S. Marshals have arrested Edmund Knowles and accused him of killing a Memphis man who was trying to get parts for his car. Knowles was arrested in Blytheville. They say that he shot and killed Arnold Reyes on Nova Reed Street last Wednesday. Investigators say Reyes went to buy parts for his car when a man approached him, asked about buying the car. Reyes was shot multiple times. The killer drove away in the car. We are staying on top of breaking news in Whitehaven, where roads are shut down due to a car crash. We're going to get you caught up after the break. You're watching Good Morning Memphis live on Fox 13. It's 5:36 on this Thursday morning.